Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to make, or how I make my chia pudding. So here's one that I made, and it's really good. It's good for you, and it has lots of fiber in it, and I'm going to show you how I get extra fiber in mine. So this is just like a nice little snack if you're trying to get more fiber in your diet. And also, I like it because I make the almond milk for it, and when I'm done with the almond milk, you've got a lot of the blended stuff that you use to make the almond milk with. So that's going to be your almonds, and in my case, I use coconut and cashews and dates. And I don't want to throw that away. So this is just a really easy way of using up these ingredients. So basically what I do is I just spoon in to these jars. These should look familiar. These are the yogurt, I think it's the Yes brand, and I like that because you can save the jars and you can buy lids for the jars. Don't buy them from the Yes company like I did because it's really expensive. Now you can get them on Amazon, and they're not that expensive at all. So anyway, so I'm just spooning in this stuff, all this good stuff, into the jars. And that's going to be my baseline for my pudding. You could also save this stuff, and you could make like almond joy little candy snacks, you know. That's too much work for me. I tried it once and it was all right. This is just something that I'm going to eat more. Okay, so you scoop that in there. Let me go put this in the sink. You want to rinse out your basket right away because you don't want the stuff to dry, because it'll make it harder to clean. So rinse out that little basket. Now it's just a matter of assembling the ingredients. So I'm going to use chia seeds, and I do 2 tablespoons of chia seeds per container. So just scoop that in. And this will have a chocolate flavor because I add cacao to it, or in this case, I'm doing cocoa powder because I don't know what I did with my cacao. And it just is enough chocolate to satisfy your sweet tooth. Okay, and then my secret ingredient to give it the extra fiber is this stuff. I think you pronounce it psyllium, but I just decant it into a smaller container because it's just easier if I do that. And I'll just add like a teaspoon of this stuff, just eyeball it. I normally don't use measuring spoons, but okay, this stuff is really good. It's kind of like, Metamucil, but it doesn't have that gross taste to it because it's flavorless. And you will definitely have a movement, if you know what I mean, when you use that stuff. I'm running out of spoons. Okay, so now I'm going to do the cacao, or in this case, cocoa butter, whatever, cocoa powder. And I just put a little heaping spoonful of that in there. Okay. Then, to keep it low sugar, I use this monk fruit. And you don't need a whole lot. So I would say you use like a teaspoon of monk fruit per container. So I just do a little sprinkling, you know. You don't need a whole lot. Okay. Look how pretty it looks. It's layered. All right, next we're going to add our almond milk. And this is the almond milk that I just made in my last live a few minutes ago. And we're going to just pour the almond milk into the, but what I like to do before is I like to mix this all up first, because it's just less messy once you get the liquids in. So just give it a good stir. Okay. And it's going to be a little wet because of the, you know, almond and cashews. That's okay. But I just find it's just easier if you mix it all up first. Okay? But this is just a healthy little snack. And if you need to add more fiber to your diet, like I do, then this is the way to do it. Just, you know, if you have stuff handy in your house, you'll eat it. That's what I have found. That's no big deal. Okay. So you get the idea, right? So next, we're going to pour the almond milk in there. And you could stir it around a little bit, just to get the almond milk to the bottom. Okay? And you don't have to stir vigorously because we already mixed everything. Just like that. Then you're going to put your lids on. Oh, I might want to mix in this part right here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, but before you put your lid on, I just added this piece to it because I had it in my pantry, and these are cacao nibs. This is really for baking, but it's like a little bitter. But let me tell you, it's actually like really good on this stuff. So I just put a little sprinkling on there just to give it a little extra. And then you throw your lid on. And then you can stick it in your refrigerator for, I would say, about a week. I wouldn't go longer because this none of this stuff has preservatives in it, which is a good thing. So you don't want to, you know, keep it too long because it'll mold. But I only make like 4 at a time. So there's 2 of us, so it goes pretty quick. But you kind of get a 2-for-1 out of your ingredients, which I love because I'm a big money saver. And it's, you know, good healthy food. Believe me, I like to eat the bad for you foods. I'm like everybody else. But, you know, as I get older, your body doesn't like that. And I had blood work done. I had my annual physical. And even though I think I eat healthy for the most part, I was pre-diabetic, which was shocking to me. So I have to work out every day and eat fiber. I think because I have high cholesterol. So you need more fiber. And I don't even eat fast food. I don't drink alcohol. I don't even drink coffee anymore. So it's like, come on. Anyways, this is what we have to do. It's fine. Just pour that in. And what's going to happen as the chia seeds sit in the milk, it'll plump up. There you go. And it'll fill you up, actually. I wouldn't say this is a meal replacement by far, but, after you eat your dinner or whatever, and you're still a little hungry, I grab one of these things, and then it's satisfying. This is the last one. I notice I have chia on my wrist there. I always like to get on the sides and the bottom, because if you don't do that, it'll be like that when you go eat it. So I just like to make sure that it's fully incorporated. Well mixed. It doesn't take much. Okay, and then we'll top these guys off with the cacao nibs. Not a lot. Just a little something. And then you can see it. I didn't really use that much milk for these things. But I definitely used up all the waste. And I'm making something that I'm going to eat, so it's productive. You could also dehydrate it and use it for other stuff, but that's too much work for me. Oh, look at. All right. Oh, I missed all that cacao powder. Okay. Good enough. But that's it. These lids I got off Amazon. I think they were like $1 a piece. And I think this is the one is this the one I'm gonna eat? This one. So once again, this is what it looks like when it's done. And that's my chia pudding. There you go. Not bad, really. I enjoy it, and it's satisfying, and it'll fill me up. So that's how you make chia pudding using the waste from your almond cow. And I feel like this is a better chia pudding than just using chia seeds because it has more substance to it. It's got all the ground up almonds and cashews and coconut. and a little bit of the date, so it gives it a little bit more flavor and substance. So I hope you enjoyed this live. Thank you for sticking with me. Really appreciate you. Until next time, bye-bye. Go check out the other video on how to make the almond milk.